Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's spotlight is on Africa. 23 incredible women, each representing her country with beauty, passion and purpose. These are not just pageant queens, these are engineers, social workers, eco-designers, entrepreneurs and change makers. And in today's video, my dear viewers, we are taking a trip across the continent from Angola to Zimbabwe to meet the African delegates of Miss World 2025. Now, before we get into the video, always remember, my dear viewers, when you like the video, it helps the channel and it helps the video reach other viewers who love pageantry just like you. Remember to hit that notification bell and subscribe if you haven't. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Namaste India, bonjour à tous, hello world. My name is Fatoumata Coulibaly. I'm proud to be here to represent my beautiful country, Côte d'Ivoire. Thank you so much.
Hello world, Nanga Senegal. I'm Miss World Senegal 2025 and I'm so happy to represent the most beautiful country in the world, Senegal.
Hello, Namaste India. My name is Natalie. I'm from Togo. I'm so proud to represent my country, Togo.
Okay.
Hello world, Namaste India. Bonjour la Guinée. I'm Savané Kadiatou, Miss World Guinea.
Hello world, Namaste India. Una kusha mi salon people them. Mina una yon Pekin Lacheve, Alberta Kaisani Davis, and of course I represent a land of diamonds and diverse culture.
First up is Miss World Cameroon, Marie-Princesse Issie, also known as Issie Princess. Now, she is 24 years old, a marketing executive from the littoral region. She's promoting Cameroon's cultural heritage by supporting local textile weavers and hosting fashion shows that celebrate traditional fabrics, a blend of business, beauty, and tradition. Her days in India have already been great. She's been representing Cameroon, looking beautiful, and she slayed the national costume. If you haven't checked my video for national costumes, go and check it out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Cameroon 2025, Issie Princess. Next is Miss World Angola 2025, Núria Assis. At 30 years old, Núria is a business administrator and a professional interpreter from Luanda. She's also a singer, releasing 2 Portuguese singles this year. Her Beauty with a Purpose project brings music therapy to orphaned children in Luanda, using rhythm and melody to bring hope and healing. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Angola 2025. Next is Miss World Côte d'Ivoire 2025, Fatoumata. At just 21 years old, she is a law student and she founded a free legal clinic for young girls, helping them understand and protect their rights in school settings. What a wonderful thing to do. Very queenly. And she is strong, smart, and justice driven. Her national costume was fierce, looking like a goddess, and she is the fashion queen of the season. She literally looks good in everything she has been wearing. Her skin, her melanin is popping. She is one who looks like a goddess. She can speak more than one language: English, French, and some other language I have just forgotten. But ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Côte d'Ivoire 2025. Up next, Miss World Equatorial Guinea, Estella Nguema Mangwe. At just 23 years old, Estella is combining culture and advocacy. She hosts funk dance workshops that raise funds for clean water wells in rural communities. As we all know, water is an essential part for human existence. Without water, there is no life. Her Beauty with a Purpose project is impacting and changing and saving lives in the rural communities. She celebrates heritage while creating real change in her country. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Equatorial Guinea 2025, Estella Nguema Mangwe. Next is Miss World Ethiopia 2025, Hasset Dereje. She is the youngest African delegate this year at just 19 years old. Now, Hasset is a public health student in Addis Ababa, the capital city of Ethiopia. She is already working to improve youth health literacy across Ethiopia. She's doing a great job. She's young, bright, and focused on wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope she does her country proud this month in this competition in India. I present to you Miss World Ethiopia 2025, Hasset Dereje Admasu. Next is Miss World Botswana 2025, Anicia Gaothusi. Anicia is just 22 years old from Tutume. She was crowned in 2024. Anicia is set to showcase her dedication to social causes on the international stage. Her Beauty with a Purpose project focuses on empowering youth through education and community development initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Botswana 2025, Anicia Gaothusi. Next is Miss World Ghana 2025, Jutta Ama Pokuah. She's just 20 and already making national headlines. Jutta Pages for Progress campaign has donated over 1,000 books to rural schools. This is going to help very many children get a chance to read, and actually learn to be literate. An activist, a student, and a true advocate for literacy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Ghana 2025, Jutta Ama Pokuah. Next, we have Miss World Guinea, Kadiatou Savané. At just 25 years old, Kadiatou is a former debate champion and now a coach. That means her communication skills are top notch. She trains girls in rural schools to develop public speaking skills, turning shy students into confident young leaders. As a leader herself, she always has to be an example to young women everywhere around the world, but most especially those around her. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Guinea, Kadiatou Savané 2025. Next is Miss World Kenya 2025, Grace Ramtu. Grace is an eco-fashion designer from Nairobi. She creates gorgeous gowns from recycled cheese sacks, making sustainability look stunning. She is a fashion with a purpose queen. Oh yes, my dear, she's not only beautiful, educated, and fierce, but she loves sustainability of the environment. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Kenya 2025, Grace Ramtu. Next is Miss World Somalia 2025, Zainab Jama. Zainab is 23 years old from Mogadishu. She is an entrepreneur. She deals in cultural arts programs, funding schools for orphaned girls. She is beautiful, fierce, and she is a great representation for Somalia in this world stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Somalia, the beautiful and the fierce, Zainab Jama. Next is Miss World Madagascar 2025, Syria Temagnombe. Syria is 22 years old and she is passionate about the environment. She's behind Seeds of Hope, planting baobab trees at schools across Madagascar, educating children while greening their communities. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Madagascar 2025, Syria Temagnombe. Next is Miss World Mauritius 2025, Wena Elisha. Wena is a tech-savvy 22-year-old from Port Louis. Her Tech Queens program offers coding workshops for girls, empowering them to enter the digital workspace. Girls in tech? Yes, more of that, because we need more women, more young girls, more ladies, more women generally into this world of tech, because I believe women can also do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Mauritius 2025, Wena Elisha Ramna. Next is Miss World Namibia 2025, Selma Kamanya. Selma is a seasoned delegate and a trained economist. She's helping rural women grow their businesses through microloans and entrepreneurship training. It's all about empowering communities from the ground up. She was previously Miss Universe Namibia and she represented her country with pride, and so she is doing the same this year in India at the Miss World 72nd competition, India. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Namibia 2025, Selma Kamanya. Next is Miss World Nigeria 2025, Joy Mojisiola Raimi. Joy is a 24-year-old civil engineer from Port Harcourt. She's blazing a trail in STEM and mentoring young girls to follow in her footsteps, bridging the gender gap in science and tech. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Nigeria 2025. Next is Miss World Senegal 2025, Mame Famagaye. Mame is 24 years old. She is a social worker from the Fatick region. She's leading a campaign to bring education back to rural girls through community outreach and scholarship support. She is doing the Lord's work because education is very important in rural areas, especially to girls and especially in communities where not much is given. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Senegal 2025. Next is Miss World Sierra Leone 2025. She is just 23 years old and she focuses on public health. Her malaria awareness project educates children in schools and provides mosquito nets to at-risk families. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Sierra Leone 2025. Next is Miss World South Africa 2025, Zoalis van Razenberg. She is just 19 years old, and Zoalis is leading the Mental Health Matters, an initiative in township schools. She's speaking out about emotional well-being and creating safe spaces for students to talk about mental health, especially in Africa. We are not usually trained to talk about our mental health, but I believe this initiative is going to change lives of very many young people in South Africa and even all around the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World South Africa 2025, Zoalis van Razenberg. Next is Miss World Togo 2025, Natalie Yao-Amuama. Natalie is all about economic inclusion. She's working to give rural artisans access to urban textiles markets, preserving traditional skills while boosting income. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Togo 2025, Natalie Yao-Amuama. Next is Miss World Tunisia 2025, Lamisi Redisi. Lamisi is 23 years old and she is organizing a mobile health clinic for island communities in her country. She is an advocate for healthcare and she wishes that healthcare would reach everyone in need. This is powerful and very practical. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Tunisia 2025, Lamisi Redisi. Next is Miss World Uganda 2025, Natasha Nyonyozi. Natasha is a trained accountant with a degree from Coventry University. Her Girl Hive project teaches women how to track sales and saving with a mobile app. It is digital empowerment at its best. She is also an advocate for people living with autism. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Uganda 2025, Natasha Nyonyozi. Next is Miss World Zambia 2025, the beautiful Faith. Now, Faith is just 24 years old. She is expanding literacy programs in Zambia's mining towns because when kids can read, communities thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Zambia 2025, the beautiful Faith. Next is Miss World Zimbabwe 2025, Courtney Jongwe. Courtney is a wildlife advocate. She's teaching kids about conservation in rural schools, helping protect Zimbabwe's rich natural heritage for future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss World Zimbabwe 2025, Courtney Jongwe. There you have it, my dear viewers. African queens raising their flags high in India, proudly representing the continent at the 72nd Miss World pageant. If you spotted your country, go ahead and drop your flag emoji in the comments below. Let's show our queens some love. And tell me, who do you think will be crowned Miss World Africa 2025? Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my dear viewers, always remember to stay fierce and fabulous.